One of the most repeated lines about slavery is this: "Black people sold their own." That statement isn't just misleading, it distorts how slavery actually worked. First, let's get something clear. Africa wasn't a single country. It was a continent of thousands of nations, languages, and cultures. There was no shared racial identity called black, the way it exists today. So the idea that people were selling their own is already flawed. Who was captured? Most enslaved Africans were prisoners of war, victims of raids, kidnapped civilians. They weren't criminals. They weren't volunteers. They weren't sold by parents or communities as a group decision. They were captured during conflict, just like prisoners throughout human history. What African traders knew and didn't know. Some African intermediaries traded captives to Europeans. But here's what matters. They did not create racial slavery. They did not control the transatlantic system. They did not own plantations in the Americas. They did not write slave laws. They were operating inside local power struggles, not a global race-based economy. Europeans turned captivity into permanent hereditary slavery. That part was new, the critical difference. In most African systems, captivity wasn't lifelong. Children didn't automatically inherit slave status. People could be adopted, freed, or assimilated. In the Americas, slavery was for life. Status passed to children. Race determined who could be enslaved. That transformation happened after Europeans took control. Who built and maintained the system? Let's be honest. Europeans created the ships, financed the trade, built the plantations, wrote the laws, enforced racial hierarchy, profited across generations. The United States didn't inherit slavery. It expanded and protected it. Why the phrase exists. They sold their own serves a purpose. It shifts blame away from slavery nations, minimizes responsibility, shuts down conversations about reparations, turns victims into accomplices. It's not history. It's a talking point. The real truth. Some Africans were involved at the margins. But the engine, the scale, and the brutality of racial slavery were European and American creations. Without European demand, shipping, weapons, and laws, there is no transatlantic slave trade. Final reality. Acknowledging complexity doesn't erase responsibility. And pretending everyone shares equal blame doesn't make history fair. It just makes it inaccurate. Truth doesn't need balance. It needs accuracy. Follow Unchained Mindset for Part 3.